So we are going to start chapter 5. Chapter 5 is about DDL, data definition language, right? And then we have 10 lessons within chapter 5. The first lesson is about create table. No doubt we have gone through this, so I'll just make sure it's like a revision for you guys who have already gone through this lesson. So before actually jumping into the first command of this SQL course, like create table SQL command, right? Let me talk through this category of SQL commands. Let's say that you have over 500 SQL commands, okay, and those SQL commands can be divided or categorized into these 5 groups. The bigger the circle, the more you will be using this in your training, in your project, and in your real world when you're working a job as a SQL developer or analyst, right? So that means you'll be using data query language more than DML or TCL or DCL. Okay. So the first chapter is DDL, sorry, data definition language, right? So this will be mostly used DQL. After that, you'll be using DML. It's like insert, update, and delete your populating your data. And after this, transaction control language. This will be coming when you code store procedures in chapter 10, I guess. And then DDL is like you create the table once and then you don't have to recreate. So that's why it's not used heavily when compared to DML or DQL or TCL. And DCL is data control language that you won't be doing this. This will be done by DBA. So I am not sure if you are going to cover this in our training here, but we'll see. If I get the opportunity somewhere in the lesson, I'll highlight few DCL commands. Okay. So this is the three. DDL chapter 5, DML chapter 6, DQL chapter 7, and TCL will be doing in chapter 10. So these are the 5 assignments. 1, 2, we have 2 assignments here, right? 3, 4, and 5. 5 heavy assignments that will be covering in your project. Okay, and then what is you can start your assignment starting today. Okay, because I have uploaded all the chapter 5 assignment content, made sure that all the questions are good, you won't have any issues for all the 8 chapters. So you can start your project assignment, DDL assignment. Okay, so I have today I have updated all these contents and questions for all 8 projects. Okay, so this will be your question. So unlike chapter 4 assignment where you are struggling to create tables and coming up with the columns and all, but for assignment chapter 5, 7, 8, 10, 6 chapter assignments, you won't be designing tables. The tables are already designed for you, but the thing is you need to write a create statement for these questions. It's straightforward. You will learn it very quickly, right? Table is already defined. I have given the data type. I have also informed whether it's null, not null. If it is numeric, decimal, what is the length of that value, right? Yeah. So in this chapter 5 assignment, you will be having about 30 questions. You have to answer these 30 questions. You need to put this question number and then the answer in the same SQL file. I'll be showing that when we do the demo of actually doing the banking application assignment for chapter 5. Okay, so let's get back. So this is what is SQL command. So now we are going to start with the DDL. Okay, so here as you can see on the screen, this is your database server, or you can call DB instance, and on the instance you can have multiple databases, and within a database you can have multiple tables, right? So our first lesson is about how to create this table, how to actually create. So what is the purpose of the create table statement? The create table statement is used to define a new table in the database. The moment you write the syntax for creating new table, a table will be created in your database. That is the main purpose. And there are 4 key components of your code when you are creating a table. These are, you need to specify a table name, you need to specify column name, data type, and constants. These are 4, right? So let's say you have a blank table, but you need to write a create statement to create some table with some name and columns depending upon the requirements you get from your team. Okay, so here is your first exposure to the SQL command. Here we are trying to create a student table with 4 columns: student ID, name, age, enrollment. For the new students, I appreciate if you can watch chapter 3 in detail, so that you understand what a table is, what a column is. Okay, so here this is how you write the code to say that create table students, and then you have student ID, column name, and this integer is data type. We have slides in the same chapter on data types. And then this primary key also we have slides. For now, let's say that every table has one primary key, mandatory. And then the second column name, this is data type, whether it's nullable, not null. Okay, and then so and so. You can have any number of columns. So this is a command how you create a table. Okay, the main syntax is create table, table name, continued with columns. And then this is the first component I said in the create table syntax. It's table name. Okay, second component is column names, third component is data types, and fourth component is constants. You see here, there are no constants on column 3 and 4, so it's not required, it's not mandatory. Okay, so depends on their business requirements. Okay, and then if you want to create a different table with different columns, you just change the column names and have a proper data type defined, right? Then it will create a table. So if you run these commands on your database using SQL client, it will create 2 tables on your database with no data. And this is from chapter 6 I just put here. If you run your insert statements, anyhow I am going to do the proper demo and all that stuff, how to write these queries, how to execute stuff like that. Don't worry. Okay, this is just theory part. So once you write insert statement, that will insert data into the tables that we created here. Okay, so that's about create table. And then next lesson is about alter table.